I was in the 10th grade giving a speech to probably around 50 people, and my mouth went dry and I completely forgot what I was supposed to say. I blanked out on the stage for a second and everybody's looking at me. Everybody's like, why is this guy not saying anything? And after that, I decided I'm never going to speak in public ever again. In this video, I'm going to tell you about my journey with public speaking, how I had an insane amount of fear when it came to public speaking, how I overcame that, and now I can speak freely, not just in front of a camera, but in front of a crowd as well. When I was really young, I was very into public speaking. My parents always encouraged me to go for debates. They always encouraged me to give speeches. And I was basically the guy who would give speeches everywhere and who would always be in front of a crowd. But as I grew older, things started changing. My parents were like, now we can start focusing on studies. These speeches are, not that important. And I kind of agreed with them. But when I was in the 10th grade, I thought maybe this is the last time I'm going to give a speech in front of my school. So maybe I should actually participate. And because I had the reputation of being good at speeches for like my whole life, I got selected very easily and I was giving a speech. As soon as I went to give the speech, it was a speech in Hindi by the way, as soon as I went to give the speech, my mouth went dry. I completely forgot what I was saying. In fact, my tongue was numb. I was unable to speak. I had to basically just walk out by ending the speech very quickly and just considering it a loss. I came last in that speech. Before this, I was the guy who would always be either first, and in a very unlikely situation, I would be second. After this, I decided I'm never doing speeches ever again. This is a part of my past life. I'm never doing that again. Come probably 5 years later, I'm in the first year of college and I'm like, maybe I should get over this. But I still have a terrible fear of public speaking. This fear of public speaking that I ingrained in myself when I was 15 years old has not yet left. Whenever I would go in front of a crowd, I would basically speak like that. I would basically not be able to articulate my points well. Every time I would speak in front of a crowd, I would remember what happened in the 10th grade. I would be thinking, oh, what if that happens again? And it had become really difficult. I had so much anxiety and I really didn't want to do it, but I still forced myself to go and speak in front of crowds. The second story of mine is of being camera shy. And I feel being camera shy and being able to speak in front of a crowd are two completely different things. By the time I had learned how to speak in front of a crowd, I was still extremely camera shy. Speaking in front of a camera is not that easy. It kind of feels a bit weird. It's like, who are you even talking to? Or what am I even looking at when I'm looking at the camera and stuff like that. So in this video, I'm going to tell you not just how I overcame the public speaking fear, but also how I overcame the camera shyness. If you're someone who has public speaking fear or camera shyness, the first thing you want to do is tell yourself that I'm not going to have this fear anymore, and comment that down below just so that you can promise yourself that, listen, this is my past and I'm not going to have this fear anymore. The first thing you need to internalize is that the fear of public speaking and the fear of camera shyness is a problem that gets solved by volume. And I talk about these problems a lot. I say that a lot of problems in life can be solved just by doing a large amount of work. So if you have a fear of public speaking or of speaking in front of a camera, you need to be doing it every single day. Before recording this video, I've probably filmed about 400 videos. 400 videos until I have the ability to do a complete 10-minute video in one take. When I filmed my first video, it was like a 1-minute video and I probably paused and cut and stopped the video about 50 times in the 1 minute. I probably take like 10, 15, 20 takes for that 1-minute video. Now I can film a 10-minute video without pausing, without taking breaks, without stopping in between. So all you need to do is make sure that at all points of time you're learning, at all points of time you're practicing. And I know a lot of people say practice makes perfect, etc., but that's not the case. Every time you speak in front of a camera, you want to rewatch the video. You want to rewatch what happened. You want to analyze what mistakes you made, what words you could have said better, what things you could improve, not just in your language, not just in your grammar, but also in your confidence, in your charisma in front of the camera. The second thing, which is kind of counterintuitive, is publicly embarrassing yourself. I was in the second year of college and my friend said, hey, listen, there is a presentation competition happening today. It's happening in 2 hours. We don't have anybody who's participating. Do you want to participate for us? This guy was a good friend of mine and he did not know that I had this fear of public speaking. But I truly wanted to help him out. I truly wanted to be a person who participated in the competition because the guests had come, the judges had come, but there was nobody to give a presentation. So I go there and I completely fail. Honestly, I truly think that I failed on purpose. I completely bombed. There were probably an audience of about 200 people, and there was the dean of my college and the vice chancellor of my college, and in front of them, everybody was laughing at me, everybody was making jokes about me, and my friend completely regretted the fact that I had come and given the presentation because it kind of took a huge hit on him as well. But you know what happened after that? After that, I realized that people forget very fast. By 2 days later, everybody had basically forgotten what happened, and nobody really cared anymore. And once I internalized that you know, all these people whose opinions I'm so worried about are going to forget me in like 2 days, I truly became much better at public speaking. I think that was the last time when I failed at public speaking, but the next time I stopped thinking about all the things that got me anxious. I stopped thinking about all the things that worried me, and I just basically went and did my thing. And the last thing is that it does not matter. It does not matter if you fuck up in public. You're not the president of the United States where people will clip your videos and, you know, show it to everyone. If you are the president of the United States, then probably you want to find a different technique. But my point is that you have to internalize the fact that people are very, very empathetic. Think of it this way. If a crowd of people sees a guy who's extremely confident, who's extremely cocky, who thinks he's the best, they're not going to like him. But when the crowd of people sees a guy who's like super humble and unable to speak properly, they support him. And this is something that I've often seen. Maybe in some parts they will make fun of you. Maybe in some situations they'll say, you know, you suck and stuff like that. But what I have seen is that if you own yourself, if you say, listen, I know I suck at public speaking, I'm trying to improve, people will want to help you. People will support you on stage, and a lot of my friends used to help me by clicking my videos while I was giving speeches, and then me and they would analyze it together. And I truly believe that if you are humble and if you own your mistakes, people are going to help you. The mistake I would make is I would be too cocky. I would say, you know what, even though I suck at public speaking, I'm still better than all of you all. Even though I suck at public speaking, it's not because there's something wrong with me, it's because there's something wrong with you all. And when I took that mindset, a lot of people didn't like the way I was thinking. And the way you carry yourself, if you have that sort of mindset, essentially kind of makes the audience feel devalued. The audience feels like, you know, maybe this guy does not respect us, maybe this guy does not like us. But when I started carrying myself with more humility and, you know, making some self-deprecating jokes and, you know, not trying to pull the audience down, it really helped me. If you are trying to become a good public speaker and if you want to know more about my experiences during college and my so-called controversial opinions on a lot of things, follow my channel as well as leave a comment down below, because I'm kind of new to this YouTube thing. I've made a lot of videos on short form TikTok and other social media before, but I would really like your help in, you know, improving the quality of my channel. Thank you.